you can now be an OFW in your own country. Kahit anuman po ang pinag-aralan nyo, anyone can actually be upskilled, reskilled in technology, and there are so many opportunities here in the Philippines.
Sa kabila ng nararanasang pandemya, patuloy pa rin ang pag-alis ng ating mga kababayan upang magtrabaho sa ibayong dagat. Patuloy pa rin kinikilala ang galing ng Pinoy saan man sa mundo. At naririyan ang Digital Pilipinas na patuloy na sumusuporta sa ating mga OFW saan man kayo naroroon. Muli po makakasama natin ang globally awarded brand architect, isang marketing and communications innovator walang iba, Miss Amor Maclang. Hi Miss Amor, welcome back!
Hello, magandang umaga, magandang hapon, magandang gabi po sa inyo, Ma'am Susan, at sa ating mga kababayan from all over the world.
Yung Digital Pilipinas, paano matutulungan ito ating mga kababayan? Paano sila mas lalong magiging aware o mulat sa kalagayan ngayon ng daigdig, lalo pat sinasabi ninyo na hindi na ito babalik sa dati?
One of the things na kailangan nating i-accept, no, ay how to be open to learning new things, right? So let's stop reminiscing about the life that we had 2 years ago. Ngayon, it's all about being future-looking, future-forward thinking. And on that note, no, 2022 is a very important year for all of us. And since you have the ear of the OFWs, allow me please to kindly take this opportunity to ask our OFWs to kindly consider voting only for candidates with a technology and an innovation quotient. In other words, hindi lamang mga motherhood statement. Kailangan natin i-challenge ang mga tumatakbo. Ano ang plano mo para maging mas digital Pilipinas tayo? Dahil nasa sa atin na bilang mga Pilipino para maging number 1 when it comes to technology. Hindi tayo pwedeng maiwan dahil ang ating mga leader ay hindi nag-iisip ng ganon, no? Kailangan natin i-demand yan out of the leaders that we intend to elect for 2022.
Gusto niyo sabihin sa amin, Ma'am Amor, ibang-iba na ang lagay ng daigdig ngayon kung ikukumpara tayo 10 years ago, 20 years ago, gone are the days, ika nga.
Pag narinig mo, 'di ba, yung tinatawag na billionaire space race, no? Amazon's Bezos or Elon Musk, Richard Branson, anong mga pinag-uusapan nila? They're all talking about the space race, the moonshot, right? Sino mauunang darating at makakapagdala ng tao sa moon? What that means is people from all over the world, what they are looking for is a leader that can propel them into the future. So someone who is technologically and innovation-oriented, kahit na, di ba, ang daming mga chismis about Bezos naghiwalay or Bill Gates naghiwalay sa asawa, ganyan-ganyan daw. Pero do people care? No. They care about the leaders that we want, and the leaders that we need are those that could propel us to a technologically advanced future.
Kasama po ba yan sa mga aasahan namin sa nalalapit na EWMS, World Marketing Summit 2021, kung saan kayo daw po ay isa sa mga top-notch speakers mula sa 100 mga bansa?
I am very, very honored. Napaka-honored po kami. Maraming salamat. Special shout out to our partner here in the Philippines, sila Ma'am Irene for Prime Trade, dahil na-gather nila ang mga speakers who all, hindi lang po marketers, makikita mo, they're all championing a digital Philippines. Halimbawa, from what I know, number 1, Mr. Edwin Bautista ng Union Bank, alam natin that from being a legacy banker, na-transform nila ang financial services system using technology. Isa pa po dyan ay si Ms. Nina Aguas ng Insular, right? At siya po ay nag-champion not just ng rights of women in the financial services sector, because women are usually very disenfranchised, but isa po sila sa mga pillars ng InsurTech sa bansa. Paggamit ng sachet, sinasachet na ngayon ang insurance. Hindi na dati na napakamahal, napakalaki, ngayon sinasachet na, and you can only use that with technology. The underpinning for all of this is how do we become a digital Pilipinas? Because you know what? The unspoken truth is Filipinos, especially led by our OFWs, have put us at the forefront of the tech world. So maraming salamat po.
Natuwa ako dun sa binanggit yung sinasashay.
Opo,
Pwede nang tingi-tingi.
Tingi-tingi po, tingi-tingi. But the only way you can do that is to service the sachet insurance market is to use technology. At gumagamit po sila ng e-commerce. I don't want to preempt the presentation of Miss Nina, but grabe, nakita ko po kung anong ginagawa nila. They're using technology to reach people, right? Where no salesperson or no insurance agent can go. Same as Union Bank, right? Instead na maiisip mo na ang kalakihan ng bangko ay sa dami ng branches, hindi na. They're about to launch the first legacy bank to launch a digital bank. Even our Philippine government, mabuhay ang Department of Finance, nag-launch po sila ng official digital bank ng Pilipinas at ang pangalan po nito ay OF Bank, right? OF Bank, dedicated to OFWs and their families.
So lahat po ngayon, sa binabanggit po ninyo, umiinog na talaga, umiikot na sa teknolohiya. And sa marketing world, ang lagay na lang natin ngayon, nagbebenta, bumibili, at kung paano pamamaraan yan, iisa na lamang. Lalo pa, nito nag-pandemic, last year, nagsisimula, at patuloy na tumatakbo pa na may pandemya, ito na ang buhay natin ngayon, Ma'am Amor.
Pag sinabi po nila na marketer, akala lang po nila nagbebenta ng sabon, nagbebenta ng shampoo. Pero I'll tell you something, ang marketer po ay kailangan nag-shape ng industriya. But you have to change the landscape of your industry. You have to make the future that you need, no? Whether it be in terms of regulations, or whether it's growing the market, pagtuturo ng mga bagong technologies or tinatawag na mass adoption of technologies, napakalaki po ng responsibilidad ng mga marketers. And it cannot just be relegated to selling cups of coffee.
Kasi yung mga leader po, marketers din.
Yes.
Kailangan ibenta rin nila ang kanilang mga sarili.
Technology has changed the way we're looking at marketing. In other words, it's no longer just a marketer's function to market and advocate. So our other speakers like Ms. Nina Aguas and also Mr. Edwin Bautista are all presidents and CEOs. So it starts with the tone at the top, right? Hindi lamang. So yes, hindi lamang po siya pang-marketer. It's called enterprise marketing. Everyone has to think about how to engage, how to grow the market, how to speak to everyone.
Never stop learning. Invest in yourself at the eWorld Marketing Summit 2021 happening online on November 6 and 7, 2021. Learn from over 100 international speakers, government leaders, C-suite executives, and academe. Get your tickets now at www.ewmsphilippines.com. Special gifts await early bird ticket holders.
An important distinction must be made between neuromarketing and consumer neuroscience. The neuroscience of consumption allows us to understand the physiological reaction of the real perception of the value of what we like and don't like. And neuromarketing is the use of tools to do this analysis. Neuromarketing is not about convincing the consumer to buy something, and we are not going to be turned into zombies. Neuromarketing techniques are able to verify the neurophysiological and behavioral response of individuals that reflect the consumer unconscious and help to understand emotions. Emotion is the key to everything. Through neuromarketing, we observe people's emotional responses and leave issues that could have a social bias or the difficulty of the report itself. Culture, the sense of belonging, the desire for inclusion can lead us to decisions and behaviors that are not consistent with our construction, and even so we have them. Neuromarketing can also generate better experience. Mabuhay Philippines, I am Carla Menezes, and I invite you to understand a little more about neuromarketing and participate in the eWorld Marketing Summit in 2021.
itong nalalapit na e-world marketing summit po na isa nga kayo sa mga speakers, pare-pareho ba ang profile natin maging sa ibang mga bansa, sa iba't ibang panig ng mundo? Pare-pareho ba tayo?
You know, there are differences and there are similarities, but for the most part, we celebrate our differences. Context and cultural differences play a very important role, for example, in how we market. So, I can't speak for other regions, but the Philippines and ASEAN is certainly I'm very, very familiar with, especially when it comes to fintech and financial services. We are also, in a way, kind of very similar in profile to Africa. No? So Africa, India, multiple languages, multiple ways of engagement. Actually, when you go to India, mas maraming dialekto, mas maraming lengguahe compared to that of the Philippines. So there are similarities in the belt. The use of platforms are different. So for example, alam naman natin that certain platforms are banned in China. So that actually gave rise to certain other platforms that are endemic to a particular region. But by and large, ironically, the more there is technology in the play, the more localized the play is. So in other words, you talk about a global ecosystem. Yes, it's easier to access people from across the world, but it's becoming more and more hyper-focused, global yet local. But now, in an era of technology that has never been more true.
Paano po higit lalo pa na matutulungan din maging yung ating mga kababaihan, katatayan, kung sino man na naiiwan sa loob ng mga tahanan. Kasi ngayon hindi na kailangan lumabas ng bahay para kumita, hindi po ba? Lahat pwedeng mag-income kahit nasa loob ng kanilang mga bahay.
Totoo, meron po especially now with this phenomenon of work from anywhere. Can you imagine? You can now do things like be a virtual assistant to anyone from all over the world. We have meetings constantly with partners across certain markets, and age is no longer a barrier. Access to education and to upskilling. In other words, halimbawa, graduate ka ng home economics, pero gusto mong matutong white hat hacking, pwede na yan. Kasi ang dami ng mga facilities from work or learn from anywhere, right? So we can now be an OFW in our own country. So kadamihan po sa inyo, uwi na po kayo, invest back in the country, because there's never been a better time to be a Filipino and to be Asian.
At paano nyo rin po mabibigyan ng warning o babala itong ating mga kababayan saan man sa mundo na kahit nga nasa comfort ng kanilang mga tahanan ay nabibiktima din, naluloko rin?
Actually, yan po ang isang bagay, very good point that you raised it. With the increase in digital transactions, similarly, the increase in digital crimes have also proliferated. So as a matter of fact, last June 2021, nasama po ang Pilipinas sa isa sa mga bansa na nasa FATF gray list. In other words, marami daw mga breaches in cybersecurity. Now, the thing that you have to understand about cybersecurity is it requires individuals to be secure, for organizations and for the country to be secure. In other words, hindi ang responsibilidad ng isang gobyerno o ng isang organisasyon. We have to have a cyber-secure mindset. And it's actually one of the advocacies in Digital Pilipinas, how to champion cybersecurity. And I'll tell you, that's one of the greatest imports of the Philippines as a digital nation. Pinaka-creative po ang mga Pilipino, Yung naalala niyo yung I love you virus dati na sinasabi, Pilipino naka-invento, ay isa siyang hacker na tinatawag. Pag narinig mo hacker, akala mo ay negatibo, pero merong tinatawag na mga white hat hacker who continue to champion to help other companies become secure. And we're very, very proud that our organization, guys, yung Maclang Digital Pilipinas, is partnering with RootCon, which is the largest local Philippine white hat hacker event. Kailangan po natin sila. Ang gagaling, ang tatalino ng mga Pilipino, and you can be a technology entrepreneur anywhere in the world.
Well, having said that, Ma'am Amor, tamang-tama po na makausap ninyo personal na mag-iwan kayo ng mensahe sa ating mga kababayan na nakatutok sa atin saan man sa mundo. Nasa inyo po ang pagkakataon, Miss Amor.
Wow, ano po bang sasabihin ko? First and foremost, maraming salamat po sa ating mga kababayan ng overseas because kayo po ang nagsimula ng tinatawag na fintech at technology revolution. Isa sa mga nauna, bakit? First is in the movement of money. Like I said, the first ever e-money was invented for and in behalf of OFWs in 1992 by a telco. The second innovation, dahil po sa connectivity, Web 2.0, which is all about social media, ang talagang nagtulong po sa ating mga Pilipino, kaya tayo namamayagpag ay ang ating mga OFWs. And now, I think the call that I want to make to all of you is, uwi na po kayo. There has never been a better time to be a Filipino and be in technology. Do not mind kahit ano man po ang pinag-aralan nyo. Anyone can actually be upskilled, reskilled in technology, and there are so many opportunities here in the Philippines. All over the world, nagkakandamatay ang mga puti at ang mga foreigner na dito mag-home base sa Pilipinas because we are one of the biggest markets in Southeast Asia after Indonesia and definitely one of the most tech-savvy in the world. Maraming salamat po.
Thank you very much, Miss Amor Maclang ng Digital Pilipinas. Very timely naman ang kanyang paanyaya sa ating mga kababayang umuwi na daw po kayo't bumalik dito sa Pilipinas. Mula sa Pilipinas Online, Bantay OCW, ang boses ng OFW. Tatandaan po ninyo palagi, lahat po ng problema may solusyon. Pag walang solusyon, huwag na nating problemahin. Mahigit 24 na taon nang naglilingkod sa ating mga OFW at kanilang mga kamag-anak saan man sa mundo. Maraming salamat po sa inyong patuloy na pagtitiwala at suporta sa Bantay OCW Foundation. Patuloy po tayong magtulong-tulong upang mas marami pa tayong matulungan. Follow us on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter. Mula sa INQUIRER.net, Inquirer Television, at Radyo Inquirer Online, sincerely yours, Susan K.